Viewers across Africa and the rest of the world, this is NC Continental Prime. I am Rita Omodia. We begin the news at this hour in West Africa, where the Nigerian National Petroleum Company Limited, NNPCL, says an oil tanker carrying 800,000 litres of stolen crude has been intercepted offshore while heading to Cameroon. NNPCL spokesperson Garba Deen Muhammad says the vessel, Tura II, is owned by Holab Marine Services Limited, a Nigerian registered company. Nigeria's state-owned oil company says the vessel would be destroyed as a deterrent. According to Muhammad, the crude was stolen from a well in the southwestern state of Ondo. To discuss this, we are joined by Captain Warredi Enisuoh. He is the Executive Director, Technical and Operations, Tantita Security Nigeria Limited. Thank you so much for joining us on NC Continental Prime.
Thank you.
So, Captain Warredi, the fight against crude oil thefts is on and well on the way with the news we're seeing, and I must say that congratulations are well in order. But first, tell us how your team was able to apprehend these suspected oil thieves.
Okay, thank you very much. First, I'd like to seize this opportunity to thank the new administration for continuing with the good works of the previous administration with respect to this crude oil theft problem. We'd also like to thank the Nigerian security forces for giving us the necessary support because, as you know, we are a private security firm. We are not allowed to carry weapons. Without our gallant forces, we'll not be able to bring this particular notorious ship to book. We've been monitoring it for quite a long time via electronic intelligence and also human intelligence based at sea and on land, including community support, which we've got. The vessel has been operating in Nigerian waters for over 10 years. It started its name, our life, as a vessel called the Ali Riza Bay. However, somehow, somewhere down the road, when it upped its criminal activities, it illegally changed its name to Tura II. Tura II was not really an official name for the vessel. What it did was that it got a bunch of international criminals to give it that particular name in international platforms. So in that way, when it steals Nigeria crude oil, goes to these other countries to go and discharge or something, you would think it's a genuine vessel owned by Nigeria, but that is not correct. They're just owned by a bunch of criminals operating out of Lagos. What happened was that it closes the coast between the hours of 9 p.m. in the night and then 4:30. And it couldn't come into the creeks anymore because in the past, it used to go into the creeks, so you come and pick up oil. But now that Nigeria has upped its game to stem these forms of criminality within our waters, they don't come near the creeks again. They go out to the jackets at sea, even though they've been doing that before, but now it's very high. They go to the jackets at sea, open the jackets directly, and then fetch oil from there, take to international ships or take to countries like Tema, where they have a beautiful refinery that is thirsty for Nigeria's oil. Sometimes they take to Cameroon. And in a particular period in 2016, they loaded crude oil, feigned a piracy attack by the owners, who deceived the crew that they were being attacked by pirates, but actually it was a conspiracy to arrange to deceive the crew to take the oil to a ship that is waiting way out at sea so that the crew will feel that the vessel was attacked, but actually the ship was not attacked. It was a pre-arranged attack so that they can legally transport that crude to a vessel waiting at sea to carry this oil internationally. So Nigeria has really suffered in the hands of this ship and many more like that we are watching. So we couldn't take chances anymore. We wanted to make sure that the country's mandate in stemming this particular problem is solved. So that's how we went out there at about 4 o'clock in the morning on the 7th of July, 2023. And lo and behold, we caught it red-handed.
A very nice development. And you said that the vessel has been operating for over 10 years, and that's one too many and one out of many of such issues. You also talked about a lot of these being criminals and the going in and going out of this vessel. It's a large vessel, I must say. So how is it that we have this recurring issue of oil theft in the Niger Delta region? Some will say that they are empowered by high-powered individuals. What do you have to say about this?
Well, that is very, very correct because this is not a kid's business. It's not a small boy business. They've got international connections because crude oil is not alcohol that you just take with a glass, fetch and drink. No, but the thirsty and the most thirsty people about this crude oil, they're all overseas. So Nigeria has no refinery. So it's either they refine it illegally or they take it outside for refining, whereby the international criminals also pay them their own share of stealing Nigeria's wealth. So that is really how it works. There are a whole lot of countries, as we said, even outside of Africa, who are sponsoring these people with all these ships. So this will sound as a strong warning that if they decide to give Nigerians ship and they don't vet the Nigerians very, very well, they're going to lose their asset. That is the message we're sending across.
Foreign international sponsors involved with illegal vessel crude oil theft. Now, you're with the security team, Tantita Security Nigeria Limited. How secured would you say these oil facilities are to prevent the theft of crude oil?
Well, within our jurisdiction, yes, they are secured. But at the moment, we're trying to widen that particular mandate so that we can assist the country more by joining forces with our waterborne people so that we can monitor the assets very well. Mind you, it is not easy to catch a ship that is planning to be stealth in your waters. Not very many countries have got that capacity. In terms of that capacity, both human intelligence and electronic intelligence. Fortunately, Nigeria is one of the countries blessed with people knowledge enough to catch a ship that decide to come into our waters in a stealth mode. So we are bringing all our resources together. As I said, this is a joint operation with the Nigerian security forces, with NNPC in front of it, because without this support, this war would have been prolonged.
Now, Captain,
all our people together to solve this problem.
All right, now still talking about the joint security agencies, I mean, in getting this deal done, can you elaborate more on the collaboration with other security agencies and what exactly are the further details? We heard that the vessel will be burnt down, so tell us more about this.
Well, the government made a very swift decision to take the vessel down. The whole idea is to send a strong message that if you're caught with federal wealth in that particular manner, you're going down with it, no doubt. So there's even no time for you to stand and even start contemplating what is going to happen next. Constitution is very straight about that. So the vessel was already destroyed this evening. I can tell you that as we speak, it's useless. It's not going to be able to threaten Nigeria's economic sovereignty anymore again like it used to. So, and that is the plan for many more that is going to come. They're all going to meet the same fate in as much as they've come here to destroy our country's God-given wealth.
Thank you so much, Captain Warredi, and a very big thank you to your team and other security agencies who have been able to, put this issue at rest and deal with crude oil theft in the country. Thank you so much for joining us on NC Continental Prime.
Anytime. Thank you.